suck. They decided this room did not have enough wraiths, so they put in 2 packs of 4 of them, I do believe. Yeah, that's what they did. We'll see if Rita doesn't get to move before Brenna and she can cast Brilliance on her. We'll try to make the Wraiths run. Wouldn't that be fun? If the Wraiths ran away? Nope. Brenna didn't get her intelligence boost. Let's smack this guy instead. Yeah. Wraith touch, woo! Wraith touch, woo! Longest casting animation in the game for a spell that fails 99% of the time. Screw you, buddy. Get out of here. Okay. Is it worth it to try and scare them? Probably not, but we'll do it anyway. We'll see what happens. How does that sound? Good to you? Well, it's gonna have to be good to you because that's what's happening. It's not like you get a second matter, eh? Yes. Brenna is feeling her brain expand. It's like the expanding universe meme. But Aidyn Chronicles. Alright, ghosts. You should be afeared of us, not us of you. It's working. It's working! Well, I mean, the spell is working. We don't know if it'll actually scare them or not. It didn't work on this guy. That means he's next. Yes, flee, Wraiths, flee! Do not cast Wraith Touch. It is wasting everyone's time. I'm gonna run back here and I'm gonna hit ya, and you're gonna get on closer to the rest of my group who will also hit ya. I'm gonna get this big old hammer with your name on it. We don't actually know what your name is, but it's on the hammer somewhere. In indecipherable text. You just gotta believe me on this one. Come on. The one Wraith fled. How about you? Yeah, you're going. Bye. Bye-bye. See? Even Wraiths can be scared away. Let's go deal with the other pack of them. I'm pretty sure they circle clockwise, so I'm just gonna run counterclockwise. We should bump right into them sooner or later. There he is! Yeah, see? Aren't you glad this room had 2 of the same encounter in it with, like, the most annoying enemy in the game? I am. Get that guy. Smack! Oh, he's casting darkness. No! Maybe Rada will get to go. Yeah, she got to go. Do it. Brilliant. Oh, stretching. These good things. I'm gonna need a stretch. Oh. Oh. Which is faster, beating them to death, or having Rada cast Brilliance and scaring them to death? Can we count up the frames? I don't even know. Oh no, he succeeded his Wraith Touch! Whatever will we do now? They have to get through all 4 of us before they'll start doing anything actually useful. Can I hit this one? Yeah, I can. Do it. He's dead. Goodbye. It was a little love tap, Neeson. Come on. Scare the ghosts. Give a little woof. Alright, they're all scared. And I'm going to cross my fingers that the one I killed was the leader. Nope, this one's still attacking Neeson. Oh, you stinker. You stinker. Make me run over here and actually do something about you. Eh. A soul review. How about that? Decent. Could be better, could be worse. That was fleeing. That was fleeing. Yay! Avenge yourself, Decent. Yeah, you did it. Alright. Now y'all gotta leave. Y'all gotta leave. Goodbye. Goodbye, grins. Huzzah. Alright, now for the actually interesting thing in this room. Looks like he already spotted us. Oh no, he didn't. He's just creeping around now. This is a fire elemental. Hey there, fire elemental. How's it going? And the fire elemental is accompanied by salamanders. These are more of the late game fire enemies that showed up. So, I talked a little bit about it whenever we reached the Hellhounds. And like the Hellhounds have had immolation. I think, did I tell you that the Lava Hounds, they used to have Fireball and they ended up with, no, actually they do still have Fireball. Yeah. These were the three enemies that I was trying to balance the endgame around with fire attacks. I gave the Salamanders Dragon Flames because they're kind of dragon-like, basically. And I gave the Lava Hounds Fireball because they are significantly rarer, and Fireball makes them quite potent foes. The Salamanders probably have some bite to them too, and I don't just mean that ironically. They actually do have a bite attack animation that was unused in the original, and now that is their only weapon, so if I can wear them out enough that they start physically attacking, we'll get to see it. And I definitely want you to, because it's really cool. And there's the Fire Elemental showing off one of his new moves. I gave him versus naming. Every elemental has a versus spell, every elemental has a dispel spell, and every elemental has 2 elemental spells that are fitting for their element. You can probably guess what the fire elemental is capable of. But I'm going to tell you anyway, because I probably just ran out of stamina. Yeah, there the salamanders go, casting Dragon Flames. Ow, 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 ow. Good lord, that damage! Might have been a critical cast. Looks like this one's doing way worse. Yeah, ouchies. Whew. Bad news bears. Anyway, the 2 elemental spells the fire guy ended up with are Immolation and Dragon Flames. Because I didn't want him to have Fireball. Like, there's a stronger version of this guy later on called the Fire Lord, who has like every fire move in the game. And I was like, if I'm going to distinguish regular fire elementals from their boss counterpart, then it only makes sense that the boss should have Fireball and the lackeys should not. I kinda wish I had healed Brenna. If either of these salamanders do not run, she might be in trouble. And then I'm gonna be reloading my save from 10 minutes ago. For some reason, salamanders are inordinately tall. I don't really understand why. Like, they're very low-lying enemies. You'd think they would have, like, the same proportions as a giant rat, but for whatever reason, they seem to be gigantically huge. The game treats them like they're as tall as ogres, which is strange. See how wide this guy is? Look. Like, this is all the closer I can get to him. Alright. Let's see if that other one will try and bite Aileron or something. Bite me, lizard! Do it! Oh, he did the ram instead. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have the other animation. I must have got it backwards. Oh, that was his normal attack animation. Okay. I will have to go into my mod and adjust the animation they have so that they use their bite instead. Sorry, guys. I'll try to have that fixed before we see more salamanders. Lame. Oh man, their bite attack is so awesome. How did I get that mixed up? That's okay. It'll be fine. Oh hey, maybe I should, like, heal people. Hey Brenna, you wanna not be hurt? We took a lot of fire damage. We're running out of curing potions. Bruh. Okay. Saving. Are you happy, Wrath? I did it the fast way instead. Okay, I always get confused in this room. So there's those two doors. We came in through that one. We're going out that one. Yay. This room kind of janks off to the right here. And there's this crooked hallway with a plague zombie over in the distance we can't really see from here. Oh, did you see his foot before I turned the camera? Anyway, to get through the door at the end of that hallway, we need the key that we find in this maze. And it's not a terribly complicated maze, especially since the map just fills it in as you go, but... you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's blow up some rodents. I guess I could use this time to talk about the elementals a little bit. I was thinking about saving it for later whenever there's a fight with all of them, but that might be a bit much to discuss at the time, and there will be more interesting things happening anyway. So yeah, let's talk about the elementals. The game has the basic four: Earth, Fire, Water, and Wind. Well, air, but... you know how it is. Just the basics, the basic four that everybody knows. And the Fire Elemental has Immolation and Dragon Flames as his elemental moves. The Water Elemental has Lightning and Debilitation, I do believe? Let's see. The Earth Elemental has Earth Smite and Strength, and the Air Elemental has Wind and Air Shield. And that's the distribution of elemental attacks between them. There were other elemental moves I could have given them. Like, there are, I think, 12 elemental moves in all, but the rest of them I didn't really see any point in distributing them. Because, let's see, what were the moves I didn't use? Remove Poison was one, which is, like, circumstantial at best for enemies, so... the chances of them getting poisoned by you and then using that spell are so low, it's like not even worth giving it to them for any reason. There was the escape spell that I could have given them, but as you may know or recall from an earlier episode, that spell soft locks the game if it ever goes off, so why would I run the risk of them ever casting it and soft locking the game? That would just be dumb. What else? There was the Control Elemental spell itself, which would be totally silly to teach to an Elemental, because then they would just take themselves back under control, I guess? Or if you were trying to control one, they could free their ally, which would be kind of hilarious, but also kind of defeat the purpose of a spell that already has only one niche use. So no, they don't get Control Elim. Skeleton Archers. Goodbye, Skeleton Archers. Anyway, yeah, there was Remove Poison, and Control Elim, and Escape. What else did I not give them? Oh yeah, none of them got Fireball, because I was reserving that for the Fire Lord. And... I think there was one more? I can't recall. Well, there had to be one more, yeah? Because there were 4. There were 4 moves I didn't give them, or were there 5? Wait. Remove Poison, Fireball, Control Elim, and Escape. Yeah, that's 4 moves. But was there a 5th? Are there 12 or are there 13 elemental moves? I can't remember. Maybe now we have 2 skull keys. Whatever. Anyway. In terms of the verses and dispels I gave them, I tried to pick the ones that looked good on them using them. Like, for example, the Fire Elemental, you saw it use versus naming. And whenever you're versus naming cast, it puts like this big red bubble around you. And I was like, if anyone is going to have a big red bubble around them, it might as well be the Fire Elemental. So that was the decision making there. I don't know, oh sorry, I'm going off on a little tangent here. I don't actually have to fill out this entire maze, but I'm gonna just so you can see the whole thing. You look like there's big piles of skulls and stuff. Ooh, scary. We've already killed all but one of the monsters in here, so it's not like I have to worry about that. Anyway... versus Necromancy kind of puts a clear bubble around you, and I decided that looked like something a water elemental could do. So that's why that's its versus move. Versus Elemental is kind of a smoky looking move. Like these light blue swirls kind of come out of the caster, so I gave that to the Air Elemental. And with... what's the Versus Star, yes. With Versus Star, there's like light erupting out of the ground, so I gave that to the Earth Elemental. It's a little bit odd, but I think it works, because like, you know there's light underneath the Earth. Here's that other door we came in from before. So that was how the Versus got distributed. With the Dispels, once again I tried to pick ones that looked good for the enemies casting them. Like, the Spell Elemental has these watery, bubbly things all swirling around, so naturally, that got to the Water Elemental. Dispel naming is also kind of a smoky-looking spell, but it's reddish. So I gave that to the Fire Elemental, and that fact could become an amusing thing later on in the game. I'll talk about that whenever we get to it. It's right before the end, and veterans probably know what I mean. But anyway, yeah, the Fire Elemental got Dispel naming. Dispel Star is more light-based than anything else. It's kind of like these swirling lights spinning around. So since they were kind of whirling, I gave them to the Air Elemental. And finally, Dispel Necro has like a bunch of bones spinning around, and I was like, well, that's more earthy than anything else, so the Earth Elemental got that. And that's their loadouts, so whenever you're in fights with them, it's possible that they can resist some of your spells and remove their effects if they've got the right moves. So I feel like that makes them substantially more interesting enemies than they used to be. Here's the Minotaur Lord. He's the upgraded version of the Minotaur, and he's got some new tricks and stuff too. But I'm not going to let you see them because I'm just going to cast Wall of Bones on him. Oh, I failed. You might actually get to do something. Oh no. Rada, come over here and freeze the Minotaur Lord with your sword before he gets to do anything, so we don't have to talk about him. This is only the first time you see a Minotaur Lord in this game. There are others that show up later in larger numbers. But like the gimmick here is basically you're exploring Shamsic's maze, and this is the Minotaur of the maze, just like in regular lore for Minotaurs. Kind of just a mini boss at this phase. Oh, he got to do his thing. Well, no, actually, he gets 2 things. Dexterity is actually a spell that's embedded in the armor I made for him. I don't know what our chances of getting that are, I completely forgot what they are, but I made it pretty rare because his armor is actually quite good. Yeah, he's not going to get to do his other thing. Aha! Get wrecked, Minotaur Lord. Yeah, all you can do is move and hit. You can't even hit. What a loser. Don't back away from me! Also, pardon me, I should have muted that sniff. Ow, they're on level! Whoa! Okay. Looks like the extra experience is starting to pile in. Normally I get done with the tower, I'm level 22, and Aileron's already level 23. Interesting. Ooh, we're getting better. Got Wall of Bones up there. Yeah. What else do I want you to have, man? I guess you're gonna need your brilliance and stupidity soon. Let's get those up. They're very inexpensive spells. See, almost got it all the way to 9. And I guess I could raise this. No, I can't. I can raise this. Yay! Level ups.